The broom sweeps in a slow arc across the stone path, the delicate bristles scattering a cascade of ochre pine needles. A gentle breeze stirs, rustling the bamboo stalks nearby, their rustling vibrato harmonizing with the rhythmic whisper of the broom. Anli's slender frame leans into the task, her low braid swaying gently, a metronome to her actions. The dark handle fits snugly in her palm, familiar and comforting as she mirrors each previous stroke. The crushed dust beneath her feet rejoices in this moment of care, returning to the earth as the broom divests it of yesterday's weight. Her dark brown eyes focus intently on the ground, each sweep a physical prayer to the stillness surrounding her, clearing her mind as well as the path before her. With each pass of the broom, Anli feels the world shrink down to the rhythm of her sweeping. The soft swish of the bristles against stone creates a symphony of sound in this quiet sanctuary, each stroke pulling her deeper into a meditative state. The light dances on her cream-colored tunic, illuminating its softness as she bends low, carefully collecting stray needles that cling stubbornly to the path. She pauses, her fingers brushing over the bristles, which feel like soft silk, while silence envelops her, a blanket of calm wrapping tight around her senses. The soothing scent of pine fills the air, grounding her further in the task, as if the very essence of the forest whispers secrets into her skin with every inhalation. This sacred space, carved out of time and memory, seems to hold its breath along with her. Rejoining her slow dance, Anli resumes the sweeping, her movements flowing with an elegant grace that echoes the tranquil energy of her surroundings. The world feels suspended, colors rich and vibrant as if honoring her ritual. A few stray needles gather in a small pile, softly sighing beneath the touch of her broom. Every breath she takes is deep, steady, a harmonious reflection of her surroundings, earthy, fresh, alive. The shadows stretch and shift, playing hide-and-seek along the stone, while the gentle hum of life in the woods settles into the background. Anli allows herself to linger in this moment, the path growing clearer with each deliberate sweep. The broom, an extension of her being, connects her not just to the earth but to a deeper sense of purpose, one woven through every lifestyle choice that encounters her peaceful daily rituals. Cold air, crisp against her skin, wrapped Anli like a blanket as she stepped forward onto the winding flagstone path. Each stone beneath her bare feet was cool and rough, the texture contrasting with the soft worn fabric of her loose-fitting grey trousers. The simple wooden house ahead, its sloped roof thick with moss, beckoned from between the towering pines, each one a silent sentinel of the ancient forest. Low clusters of mist swirled around her ankles, its dampness whispering secrets of the valley beneath, where clouds rolled like waves, obscuring the world. Behind her, the indigo sky deepened, tinged with a hint of periwinkle as the first light of dawn brushed against the horizon, infusing the air with a sense of awakening. Anli breathed in the earthy scent of damp pine, her heart aligning with the tranquil rhythm of the waking woods. The stillness enveloped her, pressed in by the towering trees that stood like guardians around the clearing. Anli's fingers brushed the rough bark of a nearby pine tree, each ridge and knot a testament to time's passage. Her eyes, dark and observant, scanned the path ahead, glistening with moisture and the soft reflection of the dawn's first light. Shadows stretched and pulled at the edges of the clearing, forming a fluid dance with the emerging sun, a gentle breath exhaled by the earth. In this moment, she felt the weight of the world shift, the mist gradually lifting, revealing the vibrant greens of fern and moss carpeting the forest floor. Each step seemed to pulse with energy, her thin body becoming part of the communion between nature and self, an interwoven tapestry of existence. Approaching the wooden house, Anli noticed the way the morning light caught the weathered grain of the wood, illuminating the craftsmanship of a simpler life. She paused at the doorway, taking a moment to inhale the fragrance of earth and wood mingled with a burgeoning warmth that the sun was beginning to bestow. The air here was tinged with acceptance, a safe harbor against the world that lay beneath the fog. As she stepped onto the porch, the rough planks creaked softly under her weight, grounding her in this sanctuary. Anli hesitated, her heart thrumming gently, feeling as though she belonged here not just in this place, but in the very essence of the unfolding day. With a quiet, content smile, she brushed her braid back behind her shoulder, feeling the soft cotton of her tunic against her skin, an embrace of comfort before she welcomed whatever new beginnings awaited her. Swish, shish, swish, shish. The sound of the broom gliding across the cool, stone floor fills the air, a comforting rhythm that has accompanied her mornings for as long as she can remember. She leans into the motion, bamboo bristles gently grazing the textured surface, sending a fine layer of dust dancing into the soft morning light that streams through the open window. The room, cradled by walls of rustic wood and stone, exudes a timelessness that blends seamlessly with the whispers of the surrounding mountains, their silhouettes painted against the clear azure sky. Yet, amid this familiar melody, another note pierces through the dawn, a tiny crystalline sound, almost hidden beneath the sweep of the broom. She pauses, senses heightened, the command of the mundane suddenly disrupted. She holds her breath, the gentle swaying of her body ceasing for just a moment as she tilts her head, dark hair cascading subtly to one side. Outside, the mountains stand silent, majestic guardians of her solitude, their peaks dusted with the remnants of a lingering fog. The air is cool against her skin, invigorating yet calming, amplifying the anticipation that thrums in her chest. Asterisk tick. The sound rings out again, clear as a bell in the stillness, and she realizes it's coming from a nook obscured by shadows. With narrowed eyes, she steps toward the source, her soft, cream-colored tunic brushing against her skin as she shifts her weight to one foot, her breath steadying as the weight of silence wraps around her. As she nears the shadowed corner, the gentle tick persists, revealing itself as a small, elegant clock perched atop an old shelf, its ticking delicate and syncopated against the backdrop of nature's whispering winds. Her dark brown eyes widen with discovery, a bright smile creeping onto her face as she reaches out, her slender fingers brushing the cool metal casing. The tick resonates like an old friend reuniting after a long silence, weaving new melodies into the morning's familiar rhythms. She settles back on her heels, the cool stone pressing beneath her, feeling both grounded and exhilarated by this newfound companion, a reminder that time exists even in the quiet corners of her world. Each tick, a heartbeat connected to the vast, mountainous silence surrounding her, transforming the moment into a treasure of peace. Her gaze tracks the slender thread of sound, a gentle rustling barely audible against the backdrop of the early morning stillness. A soft breeze teases through the tall grasses, separating in whispers as she approaches the mottled flagstones, patched with the brilliant greens of wild moss, thriving in the crevices. The moss is plush and inviting, resembling emerald cushions underfoot. There, fluttering slightly under the kiss of the wind, is a spider's web, spun with delicate precision and adorned with round droplets of dew that catch the morning light like a tapestry of tiny jewels. Holding her breath, she kneels on the cool stone, the texture rough beneath her fingertips. The world feels expansive yet confined within this single, intricate moment, as every detail sharpens into focus beneath her watchful eyes. The air is cool and damp around her, scented with the earthy musk of damp soil and the fresh greenery of the forest. Lowering her face nearer to the web, she feels the chill brush against her cheeks, a crisp contrast to the warmth radiating from her breath, creating a gentle fog that mingles with the cool air. Each strand of silk glimmers as sunlight filters through, transforming the web into a jeweled disc woven with nature's artistry. Her dark brown eyes trace the delicate symmetry, noting every meticulously placed strand with a mixture of admiration and reverence. Time drips slowly, like the dew collecting at the tips of the grass blades, as she waits in a poised stillness, anticipating the awakening of the tiny world before her. The muffled sounds of distant birds and rustling leaves become a soft symphony underscoring her enchanted contemplation. A sudden movement catches her attention, a tiny, agile ant traverses the web, searching tirelessly among the silken strands. The girl's heart quickens slightly, a thrill coursing through her as she witnesses this remarkable dance of life. The delicate balance of the web ripples in response to the ant's tiny, determined steps. She remains motionless, entranced, her mind swirling with the complexities of this infinitesimal ecosystem. Each detail sharpens into a vivid painting, the way the dew clings to the strands, the minute vibrations of the web, and the soft rustle of nearby leaves swaying in the breeze. The labyrinthine beauty of this hidden world wraps around her like a warm embrace, and she cannot help but marvel at its intricate design. In this fleeting moment, every worry dissolves. She is part of something greater, a witness to nature's silent wonders. A droplet at the bottom of the gossamer web begins its slow transformation under the tender kiss of dawn. As warmth unfurls from the horizon, the droplet swells, refracting light into a spectrum of colors, morphing into a tiny pearl of liquid. It grows heavier, pulling strained strands of silk downwards, warping the delicate architecture of the web. The girl, with her long, dark braid catching the first light, leans slightly closer, her dark brown eyes fixated on this minuscule wonder. The world around her breathes in the stillness of morning as her heart beats in synchrony with this fragile moment. The sound of the droplet elongating hangs in the crisp air like a promise, inviting her into a shared secret of the rising sun. Scene desk, early morning light filtering through trees. Emotion desk, serene curiosity and wonder. Action desk, leaning closer, focused gaze. Camera shot, close-up. The droplet can no longer withstand its own weight, and with a soft asterisk tick asterisk, it detaches, tumbling through the air in a graceful arc. It lands softly upon a waxy green leaf below, sending out a ripple that momentarily disturbs the stillness of the dawn. The girl's eyes widen at the delicate sound, an exclamation drowned in the rustling of the leaves and the awakening of the world. She smooths her cream-colored tunic absent-mindedly, grounding herself as the tranquility envelops her. In the quiet of the moment, the damp scent of moss rises, wrapping around her senses like a warm embrace. She feels the pulse of the mountain, a rhythmic heartbeat reverberating through the air, echoing the silent language of nature. The web, now draped in beads of morning dew, looks like a necklace around the neck of the waking woods. Scene desk, sunlight spills over dew-kissed foliage. Emotion desk, deep peace and connection. Action desk, relaxed stance, soaking in the moment. Camera shot, medium full shot. The stillness of the mountain envelops the girl, creating a cocoon of solitude as she revels in this tiny yet profound clockwork of nature. Each droplet falling from the web, each whispered rustle of the leaves, becomes a gentle reminder of the passage of time that has been measured long before her presence. She sinks to her knees, brushing her fingers against the cool, waxy surface of the leaf, feeling the last traces of the droplet seep into the leaf skin. The girl's slender frame rests on the dewy grass, her braid spilling over her shoulder, blending with the earth. In this sacred moment, she understands the intricate dance of life and water, the connection between the web and her essence, fleeting yet eternal. The world around her fades away, leaving only the pulse of the mountain and the symphony of morning, wrapping her in layers of tranquility. Scene desk, soft sunlight illuminating the forest floor. Emotion desk, profound stillness and belonging. Action desk, kneeling, fingers grazing the leaf. Camera shot, over-the-shoulder shot. A droplet begins to form on the tip of a slender pine needle, clinging delicately, its spherical shape poised to fall. The sun clears the jagged silhouette of Whisperwind Peak, releasing a stream of golden light that pierces through the dense canopy. The beam finds the drop, transforming it into a perfect prism that refracts a dazzling spectrum of color, bits of red, green, and violet spiraling chaotically within the tiny sphere. Anli stands still beneath the towering pines, her breath shallow as she eyes the mesmerizing light show. In that fleeting moment, the world feels suspended, the vibrant colors reflected off her dark brown eyes. She senses a deep connection to this spectacle, realizing the glorious sunrise and the tiny miracle of dew share an intimate relationship, intricately woven into the same fabric of existence. As the droplet swells to its breaking point, Anli glances away from the mesmerizing colors to the vastness of the sky, where soft hues of orange and pink begin to blanket the horizon. The fresh scent of pine fills her lungs, and a gentle breeze stirs the air, rustling the branches overhead. She shifts slightly on her feet, her rough linen trousers brushing against her skin, grounding her in the moment. Just then, the droplet falls, splashing onto the rich earth below, vanishing without a trace. Anli feels a pang of disappointment in its vanishment, but quickly replaces it with gratitude for having witnessed such beauty. The rising sun casts a warm glow, illuminating her round face, and for a moment she holds the world in her heart, a quiet satisfaction blooming within her. The landscape, now drenched in golden light, beckons brighter hues from the blooming wildflowers scattered at the forest's edge. Anli steps forward, drawn by the vibrant colors seeming to dance in the sunlight. She wades through the carpet of pine needles that cushion her every movement, the soft, spongy texture providing a comforting embrace beneath her bare feet. As her dark braid sways gently, she scans the rich tapestry of greens and yellows painted before her, feeling each shade resonating within her thoughts. With every inhale, the mingling scents of damp earth and blooming flowers fill her senses, creating a symphony in her mind. She giggles softly, reveling in the splendor of the morning, where nature's artwork thrives. In this moment, Anli is certain that the intricate dance of light, water, and life mirrors her very own spirit. Vibrant and free. Kneeling on the damp earth, she focused on the delicate dance of raindrops as they gathered on the broad leaves of the nearby ferns. Each bead shimmered in the muted morning light, heavy with the promise of sustenance. A quiet joy spread through her as she witnessed the gradual fall, a precision orchestrated by the rhythm of the mountain, her breath synchronized with nature's gentle melody, and a weight of tranquility settled within her. The world around her seemed to pause, allowing her heart to resonate with the slow, relentless march of time. This moment enveloped her like a warm embrace, comforting and grounding, as she found a profound calm within the chaos of her younger years. A single drop splashed on the ground, pulling her from meditation, an invitation to rise and engage with her surroundings anew. She rose slowly, her joints easing into motion with each deliberate movement. The bamboo broom, lightweight yet significant, felt different in her hands, a gentle reminder of the labor that awaited her. As she took to her task, a new rhythm began to form within her, a blend of stewardship and reverence for the earth beneath her feet. Asterisk swish. Asterisk the sound reverberated softly, breaking the silence as she drew the broom across the ground, her fingers curling around the smooth handle. A pause followed, and she was acutely aware of the stillness, punctuated only by the imagined asterisk tick asterisk of the dewdrop clock in her mind. In this focused space, she found freedom, each sweep an invitation to connect with the soil, the sky, the unseen web of life surrounding her. Asterisk shish. Asterisk she released the broom for another graceful arc, each movement flowing seamlessly into the next, as if she were participating in a time-honored dance. The long strokes followed the contours of the earth, relinquishing the dirt and debris with a tenderness that mirrored her nurturing spirit. Her heart beat in time with the rhythms of her environment, matching the quiet pulse of the mountain as she drew closer to the floor of the forest. The air was thick with the scent of damp wood and stone, and she welcomed it as another layer of her experience. With every pause, she listened, letting the gentle exchanges of nature fill her mind, echoes of whispers, the crackle of twigs, the ceaseless hum of life nearly breathing around her. Each sweep became a prayer, a deepening homage to the land she called home, an act of reverence. The rhythmic sound of bristles scraping against the old planks of the porch breaks the tranquil silence of the morning. With each stroke of her broom, fine dust particles suspended in the air dance in the sunbeams, glinting like tiny jewels in a golden sea. The sunlight drapes over her shoulders like a warm shawl, seeping into the fabric of her cream-colored tunic, creating a comforting embrace between body and light. As she sweeps away the remnants of the night, the air carries the faint, earthy scent of dew-kissed grass mixed with the warmth of drying wood. A light breeze brushes her cheek, playful and cool, Her dark braid sways slightly, mirroring the gentle movement of her hands, which now glide with every sweeping motion, hypnotic in their precision, while her mind settles into a quiet place of focus. The broom slows, each stroke becoming a gentle lullaby, coaxing her thoughts into stillness. She can feel the warmth seeping through her loose, grey linen trousers as she leans into the rhythm, each sweep driven by a deepening connection with the world around her. The mist begins to wane, revealing patches of green and golden wildflowers peeking through the dew-laden grass, a reminder of the day's potential. Her eyelids grow heavier, each blink stretching into a spell of additional serenity, akin to the soft weight of river stones resting in her palms. Abruptly, she halts, the familiar creak of the broom resonating like the sigh of a satisfied breath. Leaning it against the warm wood of the house, she allows herself a moment of stillness, attuned to the sounds of nature awakening, the rustle of leaves, the call of distant birds, a melody inviting her to bask in peace. Settling onto the sun-warmed top step, the wood cool beneath her as the summer sun pours over her shoulders. She sinks back against the sturdy doorframe, eyes flutter closed, the world behind her lids painted in soft hues of amber and gold. Awareness drifts in and out, merging with the distant sounds of life around her. The faint chime of wind chimes from a nearby tree, the laughter of children playing in the distance. With every breath, she pulls in the warm, floral scent that envelops her, a fragrant tapestry woven from the life surrounding the house. As she relaxes, limbs surrendering to the embrace of the wooden step, she feels indivisible from the moment, time stretching like a long shadow as peace settles into her heart like a soft feather. The warm stone step holds the imprint of her weight, each breath drawn in sync with the gentle sighing of the trees. Morning light seeps softly through the dense canopy above, creating a patchwork of golden warmth across her arms. The crisp scent of pine needles fills her lungs while a light breeze dances over her cheeks, carrying with it the faint sweetness of waking moss underfoot. Her dark braid brushes against the back of her neck, a familiar sensation, grounding her in the moment. As the breeze intertwines with the aromatic earthiness, she allows herself to sink deeper into the rhythm of the forest, feeling it pulse around her. Her fingers trace the cool texture of the stone beneath her, anchoring her to this tapestry of life that thrives and breathes in harmonious unison. The gentle hum of the forest envelops her, blurring the line between her heartbeat and the rustling leaves. She shifts her weight, settling more comfortably into the stone's embrace, as if the cool surface wishes to cradle her slender frame. The layers of moss below her foot yield just enough, creating a soft cushion that invites her to linger. The faint sounds of distant birds weave into the atmosphere, a serene backdrop that further calms her swirling thoughts. She closes her eyes, her long, dark lashes casting delicate shadows against her fair cheeks. The world becomes enveloped in an echo of warmth and security. She can feel the heartbeat of the mountains in her chest. The contrast of the warm fabric of her tunic against her skin reminds her of the tender connection she feels with this space. A gentle reminder that she belongs here. A soft sigh escapes her lips as she opens her eyes, revealing a sense of belonging that envelops her like a warm blanket. The forest seems to swell and contract with her breaths, every inhalation a silent agreement between herself and the surrounding wilderness. She lifts a hand, fingertips grazing the cool, uneven surface of the stone step, tracing its contours as if greeting an old friend. The clarity of her surroundings sharpens. The delicate silver threads of spider silk glisten in the morning light that filters through the branches. The sweet, earthy scent of moss and loam anchors her spirit as she pivots slightly, allowing the dappled sunlight to bath her in warmth. In this moment, she is infinitely intertwined with the forest, a single note in the unending symphony of nature, fully immersed in the tranquil embrace of her surrounding world. The early light filters through the delicate leaves overhead, casting a soft, dappled glow on the ground. The girl kneels upon the cool earth, her fingers brushing against the rough texture of stone as she sweeps the floor with a broom made of bamboo bristles. Each swish creates a gentle whisper that harmonizes with the distant trickling of water nearby. The air hums with the scent of dew-kissed grass, awakening slowly beneath the warm caress of the sun. A perfect sphere of dew clings to the edge of her broom, holding within it an entire world, a tiny, shimmering rainbow trapped in its crystal embrace. She takes a moment to admire this fragile beauty before continuing her work. Her movements fluid and unhurried. The rhythm of the broom remains steady, each gentle stroke sweeping away remnants of the night, drawing her deeper into a meditative state. The tick of water droplets punctuates the serenity, falling from a nearby stone fountain as sunlight dances on its surface, creating scattered twinkles that fill her vision. She glances up, transfixed by the perfect alignment of the morning. In the air, a slight breeze rustles the leaves, sending a cascade of light fragments dancing through the haze. Her heart mirrors this simple beauty, a feeling of belonging emerging from the core of her being, grounding her to the moment. With each breath, she inhales the rich, earthy scent of wet soil, the taste of tranquility bubbling just beneath the surface of consciousness, anchoring her present. Gradually, the sun rises higher, infusing the surroundings with warmth as the girl leans back on her heels, momentarily pausing her task. The subtle stretch of her slender frame awakens a lovely feeling of limberness. The earth beneath her warm now, embracing her small body. Dappled sunlight continues to dance across her fair complexion, accentuating the serene focus glimmering in her dark brown eyes as they remain half-lidded. In this sacred intersection of day and dream, she feels her eyelids growing heavy, the weight of the peaceful world tucking her in like a soft quilt. She allows herself to drift. The gentle swish of the broom echoing in her mind, a lullaby woven into the fabric of morning. The silent turning of the earth toward the sun beckons her into a gentle, restorative sleep.